You are so alarmingly beautiful that it's it's
I have
kind
spent so much money on skincare products and battery-operated devices because of you.
Because of
and
Whitney
look at my
Cummings.
skin.
I know
It's
she
great.
really
gorgeous.
She has amazing
Yes, so
skin.
thank you.
Amazing
It's really
skin.
no.
And
oh
I
my
haven't
god.
had sex in a really long time because of a book
Sex
you
is not good
recommended.
for the skin. I'm just gonna say it.
What?
Don't.
Whitney
I
Cummings.
have a don't touch my face rule. She's trying to wrap this up, and I won't let her.
Okay. What do you mean?
Because guys now they want to touch your face. They
Get
want
off my face!
Never.
Oh, Whitney, get off
wait
my
for
face! You almost touched my face, and I was gonna slap
I would not
you.
have. How dare you? You don't think I know better? How dare you think
Don't
I'm
touch
that?
our faces when you kiss us. Don't
There's
hold
a
my
lot of
chin.
this.
I have a lot of acne there
That's
too.
bad.
There's a lot of this
No.
is happening. Guys are
Touch my
hooking
face.
in.
I
know.
want my face touched.
I
You don't
don't.
like this?
What is it with guys? I haven't had this done to me. Well, I mean, I think a guy tried. They want to put their dick and slap it on your face. That's a
that's
big
fun.
one.
It's You Up with Nikki Glaser. Andrew Collin is here. Anya Marina is here. And now Whitney Cummings is here. Hi, Whitney.
How's it going?
Congratulations on your special, Can I Touch It? Streaming now on Netflix. Your fourth special, dude.
I thought you were gonna say you're 40.
I felt that too.
God damn!
Coming in hot.
Saboteur.
She did tell us she was going to say that.
Oh my god, that just said so much about my psyche.
I always just lead with everyone's age
Yeah.
when they come in here. I go, that's just a good
But
jumping off
I
spot
love
for
the idea
interviews.
of accusing someone of something because if I defended myself, I would be the one that sounded crazy.
I know,
I'd be like,
yeah.
no, I'm 36.
Yes,
Everyone would be like, oh, well, she's 40.
I mean, you've been defending your age for people just have always.
As long as, since I was 15, I was like, no, I'm not 18, I'm 15, like my whole life.
Oh, so you've always looked older to people?
Yeah.
Because now, but
now people, I'm like Benjamin
now you're
Button.
looking
I know.
younger. It's like that's a great life, Whitney.
Yeah, Chris Rock said it to me once. He was like, "Oh my God, you look so good. So you got those syndication checks?" It's just like money. He's like, "Yeah, you just start looking younger
I know.
when you." And I don't have that much money.
But that is true, right?
well, you can sleep through the night.
Oh.
I can afford Lunesta. It's more that. I think it's just the lack of anxiety.
But don't you? Do you not have anxiety though? I mean, just because you're
No,
rich and
what do you mean?
famous,
But I'm fine.
For a 40-year-old, she's great.
The hormones are starting to level out. No, I definitely have a little bit less anxiety than I used to. I think for me, financial anxiety is one of the worst kinds of anxiety.
Yes.
And so when you're able to pay your bills, to me, that's like, okay, I can handle anything as long
Totally
as I'm not
agree.
in debt.
Yeah, I've talked about you on stage recently a lot because I'm talking about the book that you recommended me over a year and a half ago that has changed many people's lives in this room.
I'm
dude.
engaged.
And yours included. So I say on stage, I go, I'm 35 and I'm single, and so I'm starting to read these books about how to trick men into loving you. And the books you ignored in your 20s, you're like, I'll never need that.
My personality will handle this. My natural effervescence. Guys love a mess to clean up. They just love rescuing someone. I should just stay crazy.
Yeah, I would never even think to. I go, those books are for girls that just can't get it together.
Yeah.
They're mess. I just never thought I would need it. But then I say on stage, I go, I ran into Whitney Cummings backstage, and I had been watching her from afar, and she was killing it, and she just seemed happier, and then she was engaged, and I remember asking you backstage, I'm like, what did you do? How did you find a man? Because I always felt kind of in the same boat as you of we're these women
similar.
who go after what they want, and they run their own lives, and they've achieved everything they could dream of achieving.
And we also, I think, as part of our job description, we reveal our flaws and we enhance stories where we're the idiot. It's also, we have, what I say about female comics is sometimes we have bad PR, because we get on stage and we admit all the things that, everyone else is nuts too and has bad dates and makes mistakes and cyber stalks and stuff. We just advertise it, so
Right.
we tend to sometimes attract and vibrate crazy people because of that.
Yes.
You know?
And you told me that you were like, I read a book, dude. I read a book. And you go, the title?
Is that your impression of me? I read a book.
I read a book. People ask me to do impressions of you because sometimes on my Instagram live, I'm like, just tell me people to do impressions of, and I can do 2 seconds. And I'm just like, I only just do a face. I'm just like,
Is that me?
Yeah.
it's only flattering. I'm just trying to make my face look like smooth and beautiful. And just like, yeah, I read a book.
It's kind of good.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Read a book.
I think I'm just the Ripping off Melissa Villaseñor's impression of
it's
you.
unbelievable.
It's so good.
Looking in a mirror.
How fun is it that someone impersonates you?
It's
though?
the greatest because Melissa used to open for me on the road before she was on SNL, and she would go on stage and do it. She'd put her hair in a ponytail and be like, guys. And it would kill.
I remember
and
seeing that.
I couldn't follow her impression of me. It was a nightmare. I was like, you have to stop doing that because I'm bombing when the actual me comes out, so I need you to take it down a notch.
I need you to move to New York.
Yeah, I need you to just be less talented. Thanks so much. But turns out she can do it. She can do literally anyone. It's wild.
And you've been on. Has she done you on SNL? Was that cool to see?
I don't know if I'm famous enough
You
for that,
definitely are.
but I don't think so.
But okay, so getting back to the book, you told me about this book called Getting to I Do. I've talked about it so much on this show
Wild.
that we just call it the book. And
wild.
my best friend Anya Marina has read the book.
Yes.
She is deep in it. She has had calls with Dr. Pat Allen. One-on-one
You've
calls.
talked to Pat Allen. What's that?
And-
Here's what I'll say about
Noah has a boyfriend right now because of the book. She is
Whoa.
she was a single lady that was struggling with it, and she ran that book. She stayed the course with the book.
It's not easy. And there are a lot of things in this book. Well, first of all, I do have to give credit. It was actually recommended to me by my best friend from college, whose name is Nikki. And there are some things in this book that I disagree with, but there are some fundamental truths about human nature that you just cannot argue with. And I think that we all the things that make us successful in business might be things that are undermining us in our personal relationships. Yeah. I thought I'm going to make the reservations. I'm going to be this domestic goddess who's going to do everything and handle everything. And I'm going to get you all these gifts and I'm going to solve all these problems and I'm going to get you the best aftershave and and it's just I'm causing erectile dysfunction with my behavior.
Yes.
I had no idea how unattractive it was.
Yeah, I just felt my penis go inside my
Yeah,
body.
totally. Nobody wants
stop
to
listing things.
Nobody wants to be their girlfriend's intern. It's just a gross power dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to fuck their CEO. It's just not.
So what did you do? What were the sweeping changes that you made to your life that you think invited your now fiance in?
I mean, look, I also did a tremendous amount of work in therapy with EMDR, and I'm in a 12-step program. And I mean, there's a lot of, I don't think I even would have been capable of executing or understanding what was in this book 10 years ago, much less be able to apply it. And I didn't have self-control or self-awareness or restraint. So much of it was wrapped up with my codependence because I was in order for someone to love me, I have to be on all the time. I have to give them gifts. I have to provide things to them to make me worthy of their time. I had a fucked up idea of what intimacy was. And for me, the hardest thing was to just stop doing everything I was doing and let someone else make the decisions and make the plans and being what she calls in your feminine, I think is what it's called, which is don't get wrapped up in masculine and feminine. Those words don't mean anything anymore. I think it's just a matter of who's the giver and who's the receiver and picking.
How do you stop? How do you not text them? And how did you have the restraint? And you think because you worked on yourself.
But I also think I got to a point where if you're trying to do this with the wrong person, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
That you can't do it. Doesn't work with malignant narcissists or people with borderline or people who are alcoholics in their addiction or people who are married. It has to be.
I like the last one.
You have to be
in.
engaging with a sane person to begin with, and you have to be a sane person to begin with. So if it's not working, either you need to work on yourself or find a new. I also read a lot of other stuff. Harville Hendrix, even more embarrassing name to ask for at the bookstore. Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendrix.
I've heard that one is great.
When you wear a
game
mustache
changer.
when you buy that?
What's that?
Put on a mustache.
I literally know. I remember once going to the store to buy it. This was back when you would go to Barnes & Noble and ask for a book. And I was like, can I get this book? It's called Getting the Love You Want. And the guy was like, Getting the Love You Want. Is there? And I was like, oh my God. It's all about how we're magnetically attracted to people who have the negative qualities of our primary caretakers and how I know. And so because it's so comfortable, we basically recreate our childhood circumstances with, whatever. So someone whose approval you have to chase, like if you couldn't get your parents' approval, whatever, you'll end up just being in relationships with your mom or your dad until you're able to break the cycle and do the work. So that was really helpful for me also. So I had done a lot of other shit too.
Yeah. Noah even noticed in your special that you had done a book thing. What did you notice, Noah?
Oh my God.
This is very observant. I was like, I didn't even
At
catch
the
that.
end, when you're showing how the robot came together, you were asking your husband, your fiance, what he thinks about the nipples on the wall and which one he thinks most resembles yours.
The book.
Oh my gosh, it's
So why is that
embedded
book?
into my behavior
Yeah,
now.
now you're just doing it.
I mean, it's a lot of pretending. I have to be. It's a lot
Fake
of like.
beta. You got a fake beta.
You
That's
do
what Pat Allen
sometimes.
says.
Like it's just we're so entitled at this point. We're like, I want to be able to behave however I want, and everyone has to just handle it. Like we're such big babies. Like it's.
I know.
And I'm not the relationship takes work person. I know it does, but I don't like just. I think people just throw that out as like a platitude that means nothing. But it's like I'm not like being someone I don't want to be, like it actually, I think whether I ended up finding the person or not, like I don't want to be the person that's micromanaging all the plans. I don't want to be the person who's just like independent and not asking for any outside feedback.
Right.
I don't want to be the person that's constantly like being on all the time.
But it took a while to get to a place where you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to be doing all this stuff because you feel like what you're doing is what you want to be doing until you see a different way. You don't know that it's like, actually, no, I'm tired of like picking a dinner spot and calling
well,
the
then
Uber.
you get resentful because it's like you do all this stuff and then all of a sudden you're like, well, you never do anything. And it's like,
Yes.
well, when would I have? You did it. When was I, like I think I remember I was in a relationship once with somebody and I was just a master at doing just trying too hard, and like suffocating people by accident. And I'd make the plans and I'd get the Red Sox tickets and I'd get the concert and we're going to see McJack, like just sort of like, because I didn't think I was enough. So I was
Yeah.
over.
But you also didn't have much time, right? So you had to make the most of the
Because
time.
I'm 40?
No, no.
Like you're running out of time. Just
No, but I'm
because
saying
of-
you work so much and your nights are always.
got it.
So you have to make these events because you only have a day every 2 weeks. So it's like you want to make a Red Sox game. You want to make these events because of right or
yeah,
no?
that's a really interesting point. But I also, if I'm gonna be honest, I think was insecure, and I
Yeah.
didn't think that I was interesting enough or good enough for anyone to want to just be with. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'll get these tickets. We'll go to this concert. Like
wow.
you can meet this celebrity. Like I really just did not think that I was worth anyone being in a relationship with if I wasn't giving them things or doing things for them. That's how I measured my worth, which is not his fault. That's fucking my problem. That's not his
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
And I was just like throwing all my shit at people.
I
by
relate to
accident.
that because I don't even like to go on dates with guys if I don't know that I already want to have sex with them. Like I don't want to go on with someone that's like a blind date or like you might like this guy because if I don't like him and I don't want to have sex with him, I feel like what is he getting out of this? I'm wasting his time. I'm wasting his money on my coffee. Like I feel like there must be some insecurity to me that's like you have to blow him or you're wasting his life.
Which
I'm like, I'm wasting my life. He sucks.
Yes, and I do think that there is this like I don't know. I got really lucky with my dude because I was like I'm not having sex with this person for months because there's also a great book called Cupid's Poisoned Arrow.
These names suck.
They are so awful. And
Thank God for Amazon.
I
now.
know. Oh my God. Can you imagine going into a Borders? Like it's about how. And look, I'm sure. I'll
It's the third time this week.
I'll see you motherfuckers in the comments because I know people are going to have a lot of issues with this book. It's about how we're kind of only designed to have orgasms in order to procreate, and we're not really designed to be having orgasms all the time. And the amount of dopamine and oxytocin that we're releasing as we're, and so we're kind of designed. This is what the book says. I'm not a scientist. Calm down. About how we're designed neurologically. Our primordial brain is when you have an orgasm, 9 months later you have a kid, and you don't really, need the guy anymore. And the guy after 9 months is like, okay, I've protected her, and now I can go on and procreate. There's a lot of like interesting neurology at play that I don't necessarily none of it should be an excuse for bad behavior, but that really helped me to just go, okay, I know my brain. I have an addictive personality. If I have sex with this person too soon, I'm not going to be able to think straight because your prefrontal cortex just like shuts down and you just become an idiot.
It's so true. And that's the hard thing to do. I mean, Anya's...
That's what I talked to Pat Allen about. I was like, wait a second.
Oh, wait,
what
I
if-
have more questions about Pat Allen.
Can I just play you one quick
Oh my
clip?
God, Whitney, you're going to love this so much.
I'm dying.
Me going, but wait, I'm going on a date with this guy I'm in love with, and we've had sex before, but I want to take it to a relationship level. She goes, then don't fuck him. Just go enjoy lunch with him. And I was like, but I'm crazy about
They're
him.
hunters.
And she goes, you gotta, what are you saying to me? That you need to have sex? And I was like, I mean, what if we're making out and it's like too hard to not have sex with him? This is her.
If all you want is to dick up your pussy, you can get that any day standing on the street.
No, I don't want that.
Wait, that's a 45-year-old
First of
construction
all-
worker. That's not an 80-year-old woman.
Can I just hear it one more time? Oh, sorry.
This is
Isn't
not
she
the
the
Pat
best?
Allen I thought I was
She's wild.
patronizing. She's gnarly.
She's out of control.
Sounds like Rosie O'Donnell, first of all. There's no way that is the author of a relationship book that is my religion.
She's so mean, dude. I've listened to these calls. She's
Because
really
she's so sick. She's just had it. And does, like, well,
Yes.
how old must she be at this point?
84?
Oh, my God.
Art off their feminine. Hey, can you lick my dick? You see what I mean?
Wait, what did she say?
She was talking about how there are certain men that are in their narcissistic vibe and they're like in their feminine, and it didn't make any sense to me, but she's like, sometimes you'll meet a guy and it's feminine, like, hey, can you lick my dick? I don't know what that means.
Oh, lick instead of suck it.
Create
think I've-
art off their feminine. Hey, can you lick my dick?
I get it. I get
Never
it.
had a guy ask me that.
Well, you lick a vagina, you don't lick a dick. So lick a dick
No.
means he's a beta.
No,
and
no,
you don't
Andrew,
think?
it's
She's
not
just
that-
saying, like, can you give me a
Okay,
blowjob?
she's senile. Let's all just agree. Okay, I have bad news for all of you. You need to block her.
No!
I'm big fan of the book, but we have to cut ties with this woman.
We need to run the book on
This
her.
woman is not well.
Really?
I have given her a lot of my
Okay.
money. I've sent a lot of people this book, but we've got to
Okay.
disengage.
I
Okay.
agree with you, and that is because I've listened to some of these calls, and it's just
She
at some
doesn't
point you have to
remember.
take away their driver's license.
That's right.
It's like to protect them
Know
and their
when to call
legacy.
it.
But the
Red light on Pat.
general theology, or the
Yeah.
general theory you agree with.
Well, I want to talk to you guys about the sex thing because Whitney, was that normal for you to wait to have sex for so long? How long did you wait to have sex?
I'm
with
weird
your
about
fiance?
sex. I wait a really long time anyway. But this guy we met on Raya, the website,
wow,
the
yes.
dating app.
Yeah, my listeners know it well because I'm on
Okay,
there right
good,
now,
yeah.
swiping on DJs, jumping off of yachts.
I mean, it's just one man bun after the next.
oh no, it is.
The first guy that wasn't wearing a V-neck, I was like, all right. I mean, how are you all photographers? Like, I
All
don't even
of
understand.
them.
But your
'Cause they have
photo's
a
awful.
phone.
How is your photo awful if you're a photographer?
That's art.
Position, help
it's just- it's
thyself.
unbelievable.
God, they're drinking in every photo. Like
It's also all celebrities, which is so amazing because it's like, I know your wife. First of all, why are you on this app? I feel like it's every guy I've been avoiding in LA for the past 15 years, like all in one place, and then like a
Yes.
couple guys in New Zealand.
there's some in Stockholm.
And
that
then
I'm like, I guess we can
women,
make it work.
totally Australia, fine. Also, the women are. Have you ever switched and looked at the women? Don't do it if you haven't.
I did it
Yes.
once, and I was like,
I
I think
have.
there's some escorts on here.
Oh, that's a kind way to put it.
Yeah, I think there's some girl. Yeah, I mean, I go, what is the
All
point of me
models.
being on here?
Yeah.
They're all there's Victoria's Secret angels on there. You're competing against the entire spread.
It's the women are models, the men are photographers. I'm like, did you guys have such a hard time finding each other
Yeah.
for this
Go on
app? Like,
Craigslist.
why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
we're
just
just
an
the
app for
assholes that
stupid
are like,
people.
hey, and like, I
like Farmers Only for hot people. It's just like pretends.
My profile is literally like me with dogs, like in my bed, and then I flipped it to the women. I was like, oh my god, I must look so crazy and like they're just like
we stand out for
what
sure.
The fuck? I get sent resumes.
We have like actual like sleeves on sometimes.
Resumes. Like, is she hiking? Like we're all like just fully covered, like such an asshole. And I'm trying to think. A lot of comics are on there. Like a female comic told me about it. I got on there and I went on some sketchy dates.
You did?
It was wild. I needed some jokes, so I went on a lot of weird dates. Not proud of any of them. And a lot of guys. I think that with not social media, whatever this is, online dating. I think that you can move on too fast, and a lot of guys are still in relationships. And there's a lot of polyamory.
Oh, that they're not telling
Looking
you about.
for a third. There's a lot of that kind of thing. But you
guys met on the app. You chatted a little bit.
He was in New York, though. I was in LA, and we had 3 months of texting, which I think is really healthy, frankly. I know it sounds, a lot of people are like, I don't want a texting buddy. I don't want a pen pal. It's like, okay, but sex too soon makes your brain crazy.
Right.
For me. And then we hung out like 2 days every 2 weeks for like 3 months. And look, I'm good in small doses. That's where I shine. Like, I think that was really, I'm not good in long periods of time because I've just ruined so many things that probably weren't going to work out anyway, where it's like you meet and then you're like, well, what do you do tomorrow? What do you do the next day? And then you're just like, it's not healthy.
Did you organize the plane tickets a lot of times and the travel?
I made sure. Such a good question. I like your brain. I made sure that I always had. No,
definitely the first person who's ever said that.
That's literally. I didn't even know I had a brain until just now.
I would make sure it was some kind of work trip that was covered by work, so I wasn't keeping score on money I was spending on the relationship.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
So you just buy it with your black card.
Yes, I was always like, oh, I have a thing. Okay, I'll see you. And then this thing is covering it. And then the thing that really turned me on about him is I was going on so many shitty Raya dates that were just like duds and a waste of time, like you were saying.
Yeah.
I was doing a photo shoot for my book cover, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have him like swing by, like just like a drive by to just see if he looks like what he looks like, whatever. And I was like, so do you want to just like come by my photo shoot? Whatever.
This was your first meeting?
This was the first time we were.
Oh, and you're like,
and you're done up, but you have a reason.
You've just written a book,
and I'm like feeling.
You like definitely have read a book because you wrote one and you read it while you wrote it, probably.
Barely read my own. And he was like, no, thank you, but still love to take you out to dinner afterwards if you're still interested. I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
No,
like,
thank
that'll
you.
be a pass for me, but love to still take you to dinner. If you're
Tell me why that turned you on.
Not interested. What?
Tell me why that turned you on.
Because
specifically.
he was not having he was like, I'm not a drive-by at your work. I'm not coming to your work. And I'm not, and also like I'm not impressed by this. Like he works at Vice. Like he's like, I'm not. Why would I go to like it just didn't even. Whereas so many guys were like, oh sure, like I network with people, and this is
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was a time where I feel like a lot of people were trying to hang out with me because they wanted to like get into comedy.
Oh my
which is
God.
awesome.
Whitney, that's what keeps happening to me is hot
Oh my God, tell me!
Hot guys are sliding into my DMs. Like guys that I'm like, I could never imagine that this guy would, he's out of my league. You know, like.
Because hot guys are doing stand-up.
Tell her about
because they
the
think,
song.
The what?
The song.
What do you mean?
The guy, the comic song that he played for you when you were on the date. He's like, hey, you want to hear a song?
Oh, yeah,
I'm leaving. If
These
you
guys
tell this
want to
story.
get past at the cellar, and they flirt with me so that they can. I never thought I would get used.
Is this equality?
I know, right?
There's something kind of like, like I remember
Yeah,
someone was
I
like,
agree
well,
with
that
you.
guy's a star fucker, and I was like,
Like you're interested.
It is flattering,
he's a star.
but they don't want to bang me. They just want to get past it. They want to flirt enough that they can be seen with me and maybe get in with the comedy world because hot guys think they're funny because we laugh at everything they say because they're hot.
Yeah.
So they secretly think that they can do stand up and they want in. And I feel like for the first time ever, I'm being used for my position in comedy, and it does feel good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so
made
much,
it.
girl.
I'm so happy for you. That's just so, whenever guys do that with me, I'm like, did I, like, because I dated a couple guys that then started doing comedy after we were dating. This is real. And they were not even in, no hint of comedy before. I mean, I definitely laughed at their bad jokes because I thought I had to because I didn't want to intimidate them and da-da-da. And, But then I was like, did I make it look so easy? Like, what about this? I like 2 hours before my set, I'm like, why do I do this? And afterwards, I'm like, that's not, like, you've only seen me be miserable.
Right.
And like fly on Southwest to 40 cities a year. Like nothing about this is appealing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think because they think they can. Every guy thinks they're funny.
Yeah.
And they just think they haven't done it yet, and they haven't tried it
Yeah,
yet.
I just
And
need
once
I
they
need my
try it-
moment.
and then they do try it, and they realize how fucking good it feels if you get one little laugh.
Do they have material at all?
I mean,
One guy was The Bachelor.
if you haven't started
I'm
by the
sorry?
age.
One of the guys was The Bachelor.
Oh, what are you talking
one
about? Oh, these guys that
Yeah.
asked me out. Oh, yeah, he was a past Bachelor contestant. I like ex-Bachelors.
What is that?
Liking narcissists.
Hot guys.
Liking them or being magnetically attracted to them?
I think
There's
I
a
did like
difference.
this guy, and I think that, but at first magnetically attracted. I mean, I just like a hot guy. I like a hotter guy than I am, and I feel like I deserve it because I work hard to have worked on my personality and my career, and guys that are like gross get really hot girls because they're rich and famous.
That's right.
And so I feel like I'm not really gross, but I think I should be able to bat out of my league a little bit because I'm rich and famous.
Have you dated a hot guy for longer than a year?
No, I've dated no one. No. Yes, I have. I mean, like, no. I've not dated a kind of. I feel bad saying that. My ex-boyfriend was hot, but I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm talking about like there is this
A
thing.
modelly hot? No.
Every hot person stops being hot after a while. That's
I
the
know.
that's
Yeah.
the
That's a
big
good point.
problem. So there is a thing where you're gonna get this Dolce & Gabbana model. Did you hear that accent? Like I didn't
Was that
even mean
German?
to
Really?
do that,
Most
but
people
I
say it a
guess
different
I'm
way.
just like so classy. That was. I think I just stuttered. That was a total accident. I'm not one of those people who are like, "Hey Juan," I don't do things like that. But like I make a point. I'm like, "Hi Juan,"
Joanne.
I know. I'm like, I want to go to Cannes, France. Like I don't. But there is this thing that happens where like really gorgeous people after a while, it's just the same dick and face, and
know.
it's you know what I mean. So
It's a good point.
I don't know. This is the first time I've been in a relationship for a while where I am just like the person just has to like crack me up and not take themselves too seriously and not fight with me.
I'm so happy for you, and just I love the person you've become, and I love the comedy you're doing. Your special is so funny and it's so good, and you're always. I mean, I can't believe this is your fourth special. You said that out of the gate. I'm like 4 hours special.
so weird.
It's so incredible, dude. If you haven't seen Whitney Cummings' Can I Touch It? It is different than other comedy specials. Halfway through, something happens that you may have heard about.
What did
She
you
has-
make of that?
I loved it because you need. I wanted. I like doing. I was gonna do a dance for mine, but I just didn't have time to learn one. I was gonna close with like a dance because I was in Dancing with the Stars and got voted off.
Oh yeah,
So I was like,
you
I
should. I
get
love that.
bored listening to people talk. I don't like watching stand up that much. So I'm looking for other stuff. I'm looking for a sex robot to be wheeled out on stage.
I
That
think
was
that like comedy's
crazy.
changed.
Dude.
I think we're getting to a point where it's like, someone was telling me like it's hard to get past 10, 15 minutes on specials now. You know what I mean? And also
Yes.
there's comedy everywhere. Like fucking memes and tweets and late night shows. Like there's so much comedy out there. I feel like specials we do, have to do something.
Can I just say there was one joke you didn't put in your special, but I just want people to hear it and know it because it was off of the bit about guys not knowing how to function in the workplace anymore now after the Me Too movement, and it's such a great bit that the whole bit you do on your special about they don't know how to. We all have guy friends that just don't know what do I say now? How do I act? And the way you explore it is so just smart and fascinating and funny. You used to do a bit where you're like,
Because I feel like we saw each other a lot when I was working this out.
I'm not even joking. I've told people this countless times. I've probably said it on the show a bunch of times and attributed it to you. But the thing about when they don't know how to compliment, they're like, I'm not even going to say she has a nice dress now.
Oh my God, I did cut that out.
I love that joke.
No,
it's one of my favorite jokes of all time.
It was guys were like, oh, what? I can't even tell a woman she has a nice dress. Oh yeah, it was just what the fuck do you know about dresses? It was like half the time a guy compliments me on a dress, I'm wearing pants. Guys don't even like what you don't even know what a dress is. Get the fuck out of here. And then
So true. You've never. No guy has ever known a dress was a dress. It's always like
ever.
a skirt.
It's a skirt. Guys
and
will be like, I like your skirt. I like your blues on. My what?
What?
Like nice bloomers. Like, do you not know the basic words about what we wear?
I have no idea what you're wearing right now. I really have no idea.
I remember one
Is that
time.
a blouse? Is that a blouse?
This
That
is
was
a blouse.
Okay, all
Yes,
right.
good job.
But I remember, like,
Okay, it's a big
my
shirt.
dude recently said something.
Big shirt.
I don't know what that is. That's what it is. Is that what a blouse is?
Look, at the end of the day, I'm a 40-year-old in the big shirt. That's pretty much all I do.
That's the name of your next special.
40-year-old in a big shirt.
My fiance the other day, the shit you guys pull out of your ass. My fiance the other day said something. I was like putting on sunscreen, and he's like, "Oh, like, are you done putting on your base?" And I was like, "My what? My base?" He's like, "Yeah, like your blusher." I was like, "Wait, where did you get these words?"
He's close.
Blusher.
He's close.
It's so
It's
funny. And then he
1982.
said one time,
God.
"Oh, do you need to go put your eyebrows on?" He also asked me if I had a facelift.
Oh my God.
And one time, because I was like, you know, because we all get like mean comments or whatever, and I was
Sure.
just getting some like mean comments or something. And I was
Yeah.
like, why does everyone think I got a facelift? Like, you know, I work so hard to like sleep and take care of myself, and it's like, and learn how to do makeup so that I look better, and everyone thinks I had a facelift. And he was like, well, did you? And I was like, what?
Oh my God. That he finally.
Don't you think I would have told you something
He would have
like
been
that?
over that.
So
I
how's
don't
your app
care.
search going? Speaking of farts, or your Raya search.
Mm.
You decided to do something different, right?
Yeah, I made my age limit. You thought I was telling you that I changed my age.
Yeah, I saw you went from your
Can
age
you
now.
imagine if I tried to pass off as 25 on there? That would just be like so embarrassing. No,
If you weren't, you know, semi-famous, like a F-list comedian.
listen. There are comedians on this app that I know, men who claim to be 43. You've been 43 for a couple years now. This guy, I mean,
Well, he's 42.
he's 42 and he lives.
So what's your
in-
age limit right now?
I think it's 25 to.
45?
I mean, I don't know why I don't want to date a guy in their 40s. They're all too serious and they like. Oh,
Okay, he's
hello.
hot. 36.
Is he famous?
From Nashville,
Yeah, Jared.
wearing all white.
Let's see if he's famous. No, he has 1,100 followers.
Okay, what's the number of followers that's going to get you turned on?
I don't need them to be famous. I just wanted to see if he was. He's 36. Okay, that picture is like a headshot. The thing is, no, he's too small. He's a small man. He's not short, but he's just tiny.
He's not that small.
You think?
Yeah, he's not that small.
And he spends too much time on his hair. That part is very, oh my God. I mean, look at that. That part is so on purpose. I would have to watch him do that in the morning. It's just like he cares about how he looks way too
Yeah.
much for me. Bye. Sorry.
Later, Jared. Later, bitch.
No.
What's
that
wrong
looks
with
like
him?
he looks like Malcolm Gladwell, but like
Yeah.
without the success. I'm sorry, no. Sharik, he's cute. He's posing with a child.
I never get that. He's all right.
No, this is not good.
Are these all L.A.? No, this is New York.
No, it's everywhere. Raya is everywhere. Scott, his hair is beautiful. Oh, he's a model. Oh, he's been jumping off of a yacht. Great body. Oh, like takes himself too seriously. I mean, that's models.
I mean, this was curated by like
He's hot though.
he
Let's
has a
see.
team. How many followers?
I bet not a lot. He's just a struggling model. I bet you anything. 4,400.
What a loser.
Yeah, he's
I
a
would
model.
Never fuck him.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yes.
hard him. Guaranteed, we do not match because he's going after other models. Yep, I knew it. This guy, Levi. He's popping champagne on a yacht, which I don't drink, so that already. Gay. I mean, that's a gay man.
Yeah, maybe.
He's wearing a sun hat.
Maybe he's comfortable. It's cocked to the left.
Oh, he's doing a joke with a sun hat with
Yeah.
another model girl. No, this guy cares way too much about how he's a
All these
hairstylist
people
too.
are
Okay. Gay.
Paul.
Paul. I
Nice
mean,
try.
this isn't gonna work,
Trying to be
Paul.
funny.
You're in a fleece vest. Oh, Paul. I think you
Again,
have
another
kids.
picture on fucking
On what?
water. So much water. It's like you live in New
I mean,
York.
these people all look the same.
They're all
wild.
the same pictures. They're all the same.
He's holding
7
a
pictures.
factory farm dog,
Yeah.
puppy mill dog. Another puppy
Another
mill.
puppy
Oh,
mill.
he's cute
Maybe
there.
he owns a puppy mill.
I hate those sunglasses. Oh,
Oh boy.
Any guy that is like has a lot of outdoorsy pictures, I'm like, I'm going to disappoint you so much.
Yeah.
Not only in bed, but like outside of the bedroom, like in everywhere. Like you'll disappoint me in bed. I'll disappoint you on a creek bed because I'll be like, can we go?
Yeah, you definitely don't like nature.
No, I don't want any nature.
The idea of you fly fishing makes me laugh so hard. Could you imagine just you in the wild, like, oh, you like this guy? Oh, why do we know him?
So hot.
I thought
This
you were talking about
guy-
fly fishing, and she just sees Jack, 31, blue eyes.
I
They all have
mean, you don't
blue
know
eyes.
who this is, dude?
No, he's like an actor, isn't he?
No, he's a comedian actor. He's so freaking hot.
Okay,
You
ready?
know exactly.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah.
Want me to hit it?
Wait, what happened?
Wait, whoa.
Where did he go?
You went back.
What did you do?
I didn't touch it. I did not touch it. I did not touch it.
I feel like you touched
Wait a
it.
second. He's coming back.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
back.
You hit this.
Okay.
All right, are we gonna even look or just hit the heart?
There's no way we
Okay.
match. This guy is so hot, and this guy is like, he's banged. No, see, fuck. This guy's cute. He's not perfect.
What are you leading with? Let's go over your profile.
We should. Oh, he's so cute.
Another
Oh,
little
not
puppy.
There, though.
Him in a fucking plane.
Private jet
Him next to
with
a
a
fucking
kangaroo.
kangaroo. A
Dancing with a
dog.
dog,
In front of
playing.
water. These fucking guys.
Okay, wait, let's see what he does. Tech growth.
He probably saves drowning kids or something.
Tech growth and strategy.
Oh yeah, what's that mean? You
Let
mean
me air it out. We didn't match
No.
again. No, that guy's from Ibiza. I took a pill in
in
Ibiza.
Ibiza. To show Avicii I was cool. Then I put my picture on
architect
Ryan and I
in
look like a fucking fool.
Architect in Mexico City, I don't think we're going to work out.
Yeah, don't think so. Ray on Raya, get out of here. Look at that, good
This
teeth.
guy, that's a filter, dude. That's a fucking filter. That guy doesn't look that crystal clear and beautiful. And he's seeing it from this angle.
Surfing.
Surfing.
They always have activities.
Ugh.
DJ.
He's trying to be way younger than he is. It's repulsive. Oh, he did one of these with a sunset. Where you go like that with a heart and a sunset.
Show 'em.
Yuck. Ugh.
I don't know. I feel like all these guys are the same, dude. I feel like they're all like world travelers.
Oh, look at this guy posing with hot women to be like, hey, if you're hot, like, hot
Yeah.
girls feel comfortable around me. Like,
Not a bad idea.
Jason, he looks rich.
So rich. He's just.
Ugh. Ugh. He's tall.
Oh, there I am on a glacier.
Yeah,
These
he's on a
fucking
glacier.
people are always on water.
What, this guy travels too much. I can't have this. He
Yeah,
wants to
none
see
of
the
it.
world.
You need a guy with a normal photo, no filter in a Starbucks, like fucking just drinking a coffee. You're not getting that here. You know where you get that? On Tinder.
Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go just have a great day.